It's car con carne. Let's eat in the car. It's car con carne. And now here's the star of our show, James Van Asta.
And greetings from quarantine. It's Car con Carne, sponsored tonight by C&H Financial Services. Oh, I left you both on the screen. Sorry, I meant to take you off the screen, but just if you could just be patient for a little bit. There we go. We'll get to you in a sec. Sorry about that. It was brought to you by C&H Financial Services. C&H offers a variety of products ranging from traditional merchant accounts to a zero-cost payment processing solution, which eliminates the expenses tied to accepting credit cards. C&H also offers cost-effective... I just said that. No, I didn't. I'm having a night, Liz and Rebecca. I am. Can we just push the reset button? C&H offers a variety of products. We've got that. C&H also offers cost-effective commercial lending programs to help you get your business the money it needs to make it through these unprecedented times. To learn more, contact C&H Financial Services at 855-600-2437 or go to chfs.us. And now everything is right. I have with me right now Liz Burgess. She is the executive director of Sharing Notes. Rebecca Faber. She is the vice chair of Sharing Notes. She's also a fantastic violinist and musician in her own right. This weekend is the Sharing Notes Digital Salon event, which I'm hosting. I'm really excited to do this. I want to plug that. I want people to participate in this. I want people to watch this event this weekend. But for them to be excited about it, I think they need to understand what Sharing Notes is. And Liz, we're just going to get right to not so much the elevator pitch, but the summary of what this organization is.
Hello, James. Thank you so much for having us on tonight. It is a real joy to be here with you, but also to talk about Sharing Notes. We're a small nonprofit started in 2012, whose mission is to provide uplifting live music to patients across Chicagoland in different hospitals, because we know that music makes you feel good. Music takes your mind off of your troubles. And so what better way to feel good is to listen to live music. So we've been performing live in hospitals for the last 8 years. With COVID, we transitioned a little bit and we're doing still live music in person, but using this kind of technology. So it's FaceTime and Zoom. And so people are experiencing one-on-one personal bedside concerts because of Sharing Notes.
And you just said it. The pandemic has forced us all to pivot, adapt, be flexible, and find new ways to do what we were doing so effortlessly and on instinct 6 months ago. And this is brilliant that you're doing FaceTime and Zoom for these hospital performances. How did what was the impetus? Was this organization started because of a specific person or persons? Where did the idea come from?
The idea came from a student named Allegra Montanari 8 years ago, who was at school at Roosevelt University, and she wanted to do something more with her music. She wanted to see how music helped and healed, and how it made patients who are stuck in hospital rooms with all those noises that you hear in the hospital, how music could help change and uplift, especially live music. And so she created Sharing Notes, and it's been going strong ever since.
Well, go ahead, Rebecca.
What's awesome is we started from one hospital. I think it was one unit in Northwestern, and now we're doing digital concerts in La Rapita Children's Hospital for kids who have been hospitalized for months sometimes. And then in different units of Northwestern and we have 8 sites now that we serve.
And that's what I was wondering. Is it an easy sell or a hard sell to get that kind of access in the hospitals? It seems like there might be some red tape to allow this sort of thing to happen, and it'd be pre-COVID especially.
You know, there is a little bit, James, but I think hospitals are willing to help us adapt. So there's certain HIPAA regulations we have to abide by, do some training for our musicians, but hospitals are really open to this kind of environment to set a different stage for their patients, especially some of the long-term ones. And that just to bring them some joy and relief from the everyday stuck in a hospital kind of feeling. So we've partnered with them. They take great measures to protect patient confidentiality, and we do the same with our musicians. So even on FaceTime, we still maintain that kind of confidentiality. And the kids at La Rabida that Rebecca mentioned, they just absolutely love having, people come and play anything from, Disney to some hip hop to, just some nursery rhymes.
I think this is a wonderful organization. Again, well, not again, we'll get more specific. The Digital Salon is happening Sunday at 3 p.m. It'll happen on Facebook through the Sharing Notes page. I think any charitable organization is kind of defined to the public by the stories, by the experiences it creates and the impact it has. And I guess I'll throw it to you, Rebecca. As a performing musician, as someone who's participated, what's been your experience with patients as a performer?
It can be like very much the highlight of their day or their week. I mean, you have to remember like how we do healthcare delivery in the United States, where the patients are secluded a lot of times, and there's really nothing in hospital rooms but them and a TV. Yeah. And maybe they have a view, but sometimes they don't. So there's really nothing, there's not much like distraction or anything. So, like, for example, when my father went through cancer, like he went through a very long, painful death while I was in high school. And the amount of time he spent in hospitals is just insane. And the amount of time that we spent with him, and it's always just trying to like find the joy or something good about the situation to bring you to bring, some sort of positivity to the situation in many situations that are very, very really sad. And
Liz,
and we've played for those, and we've played for the sad ones, where we've played music to say goodbye to loved ones. We've played happy occasions. There was a time when we played where a couple got married in the hospital room, and Sharing Notes was there. We've played songs that were requested by people that have that bring them to a special moment in their lives. So this is the power of the music, isn't it? So it can help alleviate that isolation. It could bring back memories. It could also be part of a joyous occasion, even inside of a hospital, like someone getting married.
Sharing-notes.org is the website. Let's talk a little bit about what's happening Sunday. It's the Digital Salon. Obviously, in our world where you are currently doing performances bedside over Zoom and FaceTime, we can't do a big live performance in a performance space and invite the public. So everything's digital. We're doing something that seems almost unwieldy to put together. We're doing this weekend. It's the Sharing Notes Digital Salon. Why don't you tell us a little bit about who's performing? Because this is you've got a pretty stunning list, and what makes it stunning to me is how diverse it is.
We have captured all the genres, right? There's opera, there's jazz, there's crossover classical and classical, there's rock. This is kind of the repertoire of Sharing Notes. We are able to play all kinds of music for all kinds of people and all of their tastes. So the salon represents that kind of broad array of musical talents. Rebecca, do you want to talk a little bit about our artists?
Sure. We have Frank Catalano, who is a Grammy-winning jazz player, jazz saxophonist, and JVO, you might be excited that he actually has a jazz trio with Jimmy Chamberlain.
I think that's so cool. Hey, well, Frank's played with everybody, hasn't he? I mean,
yeah. But I saw that trio play at the Green Mill, and they were amazing. Like, he's such a great saxophone player. I'm so excited. We have Will Liberman, who's an opera singer who he's played with sang with the Lyric Opera, with the Metropolitan Opera and such. He's a very awesome and diverse up and coming opera singer. We have Time for Three. So they do these cool videos online on YouTube, and some of them are classical, but some of them are like, they'll do a Beatles song, and there's 3 of them, and they're just phenomenal musicians. Gino Leonardo and I are making a new song for this, and then we're going to be performing that.
Representing the rock party.
Yeah.
Gino and Rebecca this weekend. I mean, Gino, original member of Filter. He's worked with Godsmack and just David Draymond from Disturbed. I mean, he's been all over. He's mega talent. As are you, Rebecca.
Thank you. Yeah, he's like a wizard with Pro Tools and with like writing songs. It's pretty incredible. And then he has great taste on top of it. So to have that technical ability plus great taste, I love his style. It's awesome. And then we have Sharon Shannon, who is a Celtic famous Celtic player, and she's going to be performing from Ireland, which is kind of cool.
Oh, really? Yeah, because we're doing this digitally. It doesn't matter where she is. That's awesome.
Yeah, and
right.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Go on. No, I was going to say, and let's not forget, we also have Katie Grennan performing with a few other Sharing Notes volunteers, but they are all professional musicians in their Irish genre, and they're going to be terrific and playing some jigs. So, and then we have Caitlin Edwards, who is an absolutely beautiful violinist, and she is going to be. Her piece is just so beautiful. I think everyone will just love it.
I think this is a perfect Sunday afternoon activity. This is great.
Absolutely.
So this is going to happen 3:00 on Sunday. It's the Sharing Notes Digital Salon. I will be there wearing one of my other button-down shirts. I'm running out. I'm wearing one tonight. I'll wear one Sunday. Then after that, it's back to black T-shirts. I think this organization is wonderful. I think this event on Sunday is going to be a lot of fun. I think we're going to do a lot of good. I think it's going to be really fun for people to watch. And I think it's going to be eye-opening for people who may not have been aware of Sharing Notes heading into the weekend. So I think this will be great. Anything, Liz, anything more we should know about the organization before Sunday? Anything you'd like people to know about Sharing Notes?
I would love for people to know that in spite of this pandemic we're living in, and in spite of the changes we've made in our lives, that music has been a constant for everyone, and we're still delivering on our mission in spite of funding being tough these days, in spite of not being able to perform inside hospitals. Sharing Notes is still carrying on, and we are just rocking it. And we would love for people to tune in, to make a donation. The event itself is free. So, leave a little tip for the organization.
Absolutely. And Rebecca, while I have you here, musically, what's going on with you?
Working on this currently. So,
well, come Monday, what's going on with you?
What's that?
Come Monday, what's going on with you?
Oh, next project. Stay tuned to my social media.
Fair enough. All right. So Sunday, again, it is the Digital Notes, Sharing Notes Digital Salon. I'm telling you, I shouldn't have spiked the root beer. The Sharing Notes Digital Salon. Get to it from the Sharing Notes page. Thank you. I'll see you both on Sunday.
Thank you, James.
Thank you so much.
And I want to thank everyone who's been watching on Facebook Live, everyone who's been listening, watching on YouTube after the fact. Much appreciated.